That bitch. She don't know how to shut off her video.
She's breaking the law. You driving
On the phone.
She's on the passenger. No, she's driving.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, folks, if everyone can mute themselves until we start court, we can hear everyone's conversations right now.
All right, I'm about to go outside. I'll be back. I'm punching. I'm going out in my car. I'll be back.
Folks, make sure your audio is on mute. All right, let's go ahead and get started. It's just a minute early, but we can go ahead and take care of those who have signed on. Folks, if you're, make sure your audio is muted. I don't want to hear your private conversations, and I don't want to hear you chewing on stuff, as I just heard a minute ago. And I don't want to have to chase you around the screen to mute you. So thank you. All All right, you're here today for traffic arraignment. Most of you just have on the calendar today offenses that involve information relating to a tag perhaps, or a tent violation, or a decal on your tag issue, or defective equipment, or things like that. So we're going to inquire of you if you've corrected that, and then if the state wants me to, because you corrected that, dismiss your ticket or tickets, we'll do that. If you have other types of violations, we'll talk to you about your options with those. Right now, typically the fines that are being recommended, if you plead guilty or no contest to these offenses, unless the statute requires a lesser amount, is $50 fine. There are surcharges that get added to every fine that I impose because of a variety of statutes. I can't waive those surcharges. So a $50 fine actually becomes either $73.25 or $83.25. So around $80. We can give you time to pay if that is the result of your case today. And so don't enter a not guilty plea today because you don't have funds right now to pay. If you wish to, you can certainly also plead guilty to your tickets, and then they'll go on a trial calendar at some point. I'm going to go through the calendar alphabetically. If I miss you, or if you sign on late, obviously you can't hear me say this if you sign on late, but just wait patiently and I'll come back and go through the calendar again. I'm not going to leave anybody out. There are 300 cases on this calendar. Please be patient. We'll get to you as quickly as we can. Don't start unmuting and yelling at me because you think I missed me calling your name. I will come back and find you if I missed you or you missed me calling your name. Marquise Abdullah. You can, when I call your name, unmute and turn on video, please. Latimer Ali. Anthony Allen. Elizabeth Allen. India Allen. Angelo Alafukai. Kiera Anderson. Yule Anderson. Miss Nicholas Andrews. I do see you, Mr. Andrews. I'm not sure you're connected to audio. Can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay, great. So this was a tag offense from 2020, Mr. Andrews. Was that a vehicle that you were driving that day, your car?
Yes, it was.
Does it have a valid tag on it now?
The car was in an accident. The car was totaled.
Okay, so you don't even own it now.
No, it was the accident totaled the car out.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, what would you like to do with that case?
Your Honor, I'm willing to dismiss that case.
All right. I'll grant his motion to dismiss. Mr. Andrews, you can sign off. If you ever need a copy of the dismissal, you can get that from the clerk of the state court here in Clayton County. Any questions?
No, and thank you so much.
All right, bye, sir.
Thank you.
Jonathan Harris. Fernando Arnold. Maisha Arrington. Lavetta Ayula. Anyone whose last name begins with the letter A that I've missed, or you didn't hear me call your name. Brandon Baldridge. Kenyatta Baldwin. Victoria Barkley. Precious Bates. Josie Mae Beatles. Leviticus Beasley. I guess it's Levictus Beasley. Someone has unmuted. Are you one of those people whose name I just called? If not, please mute your audio.
Dear,
Mute your audio unless I call your name. Christopher Bell. J. Ron Benford. Diamond Bennett.
Hi, good morning. Oh, can you see me? What was going on?
You had a tag violation in 2020. Was that a vehicle owned by you?
Yes.
Do you still have that car?
No, ma'am.
Did it have a valid tag on it when you last owned it?
No, I recently purchased the car, so I wasn't able to get a title from the person that I purchased the vehicle for. I had a bill of sale.
I see. Do you have a different vehicle now?
Yes, that car, it was now.
Okay. Your current vehicle has a valid tag, hopefully.
And vehicle has a
All right. Mr. Johnston?
You want to dismiss that ticket, Your Honor?
All right, Ms. Bennett, I'll dismiss it. Make sure you keep a valid tag on your vehicles. You're free to go.
Click the button.
thank you. That's good. Good.
Someone is not muted. Please mute unless I call your name. Antonio Berry. Jeremiah Bishop. Lamond Black. Tamalore Blackman. Eric Blackwell. Torian Box. Jerome Boyd.
I'm here today, ma'am.
Are you Mr. Boyd?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Boyd, you had a traffic ticket for an invalid tag in 2021. Was that vehicle owned by you?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you still have the car?
Yes, it's sitting outside, actually. I couldn't register it because they sold it to me without the emissions pass from my car lot.
And so you tried to get the emission inspection completed and it wouldn't pass?
No, ma'am, it wasn't.
All right, so you don't drive that car now?
No, I'm trying to actually. No, ma'am, I don't drive it.
You have a different vehicle?
No, I'm looking into purchasing another vehicle. I don't have one because this one didn't work.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's frustrating. Mr. Johnston, what do you want to do with Mr. Boyd's ticket?
Your Honor, I'm willing to cut him a break and dismiss the ticket.
Thank you.
Now, don't drive that car around, Mr. Boyd, because you'll keep getting ticketed for that and we won't keep on dismissing it. Just a heads up too, there's some kind of county ordinance. I don't supervise those cases, but my understanding is you can't have an unticketed, untagged vehicle. I don't know why the courtroom is signed on, but courtroom should be closed. But Mr. Boyd, just make sure you have that car covered or in a garage, or the county ordinance people might come by and ticket you for having an untagged car in your driveway. Okay.
I understand, ma'am.
Okay. Bye, Mr. Boyd.
Y'all take care. Thank you.
Shalon Bozeman. Derek Bruce. Oh, are you?
Hour here in the courtroom.
There should not be people in the courtroom. This is a Zoom only case calendar.
Okay, we was under the impression it was gonna be here in the courtroom. I apologize.
Oh, no problem. No, you can close the courtroom up.
Okay.
Thank you. Shalon Bozeman. Derek Brewster.
Present, I'm here.
Thank you, Mr. Brewster. Do you know how to turn on your audio? I mean, your video?
No, hold on, I'm at the library right now trying to get assistance. That's the only way I was able to get in thus
Oh,
far.
you're okay, I can hear you. It's okay, I can hear you. Mr. Brewster, you got two sets of tickets. Let me deal first with the one from January of 2021 where you were charged with a ticket, a tag violation. Excuse me, did you own that car, Mr. Brewster?
It's a box truck, and I was blessed enough that the police officer, when he stopped the box truck, I had called the Miss Eleanor, who owns the truck renting from, and he spoke with her, and she provided insurance over the truck through my phone that we're speaking through now, and he was able to look through that, and also the captain came that same day at the same time, and she somewhat said that the tag was her. She was a dealer, and the police officer explained it to her that she is not supposed to have that dealer tag on that box truck. And she did not agree or whatever, but at this point, excuse me, I let her know and took the ticket to her. She took a copy of the ticket. But to answer your question, the box truck, I don't own it. I was renting it. And she's supposed to have been, as a matter of fact, I went to Clayton County Superior Court on Monday. I just got the ticket Thursday of last week. And I tried to call Mrs. Tamika Williams on 2 occasions, which was Monday and Tuesday. She was in court on Monday. So I texted her and left a message and I did the same thing Tuesday to try to get Mrs. Eleanor Barnes, who is the owner of the tag and the box truck and the insurance and the information that you're discussing about the tag. I don't have anything other than took the ticket to her and told her that she's going to have to appear in court. But I talked with I tried to get into with Miss Tamika Williams to let her know that I need to subpoena her to come to court. But Monday and Tuesday did not work because she didn't call me back due to the fact that she is pretty much, just my words, running a tight schedule in courtroom and so forth and so forth. But I did try to come down there in person. I didn't call. And I spoke with a lady on the second floor, on the third floor. That's when she provided me with Tamika. And matter of fact, Tamika wanted to talk with me over the phone.
Hang on, Mr. Brewster. Hang
Yes,
on.
ma'am.
I don't know who that is, Mr. Johnston. Is that a legal assistant for Judge Spencer in your office? Is there someone named Tamika Williams in your office?
I am not sure who Tamika Williams is, Judge. However, if I may just briefly inquire, sir, do you have your own vehicle that you drive?
I don't have a vehicle at all. That's why I was renting this particular, as a matter of fact, to back up a minute, to make you sure you understand what I'm trying to say. I don't have a vehicle at all.
Mr. Brewster, we don't want you to repeat yourself. We were listening. He was just asking if you have a different car. You're saying no.
Yes,
All right.
ma'am. I don't have no car.
We got it. All right, hang on.
All right.
You have other questions of him?
No, Your Honor, that was the only question that I had. I'm looking at his other ticket to see if that was on the same vehicle.
Okay. You don't still use this car, this box truck from this person who wasn't taking care of their business, I hope, Mr. Brewster.
No, ma'am. That's what I was trying to elaborate with you so you can get the understanding. This lady, Mrs. Eleanor Barnes, in the situation of taking her to court, she is a dealer that's supposed to go and buy cars. At this point,
I don't need to hear all that though. Hang on.
No.
Your Honor, I'm willing to dismiss the ticket that is on the calendar here today, given all of that.
Okay. Shall we just leave the other mess open for Judge Spencer?
I think we should just, the other one has been accused, so I would rather that one be handled by the prosecutor and the judge that is assigned to that case.
Okay. Mr. Brewster, the only case on the calendar today was a ticket from January 16th of 2021. That ticket is dismissed. Now,
Which one?
you did have some other mess from August. That's assigned to a different judge. So you'll get notice when to appear back in court for that case from August. But this January case is dismissed.
Is that the one about the box truck?
I don't know, sir. You got a ticket in January for operating a vehicle with an invalid tag.
That's it. That's the one.
All right, then you have some other stuff coming up, though. You'll get notice in the mail to appear for that in front of a different judge.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what the ticket is about? Or is it payable?
No, I don't want to discuss it with you, Mr. Brewster. I've got
Yes,
300 people waiting to deal with their cases.
I understand. I really do.
All right, take care so you can sign
Thank you for
off.
your patience. Your
All
time.
right. Brittany Broadnax. Celeste Brown.
Here, present.
Ms. Jones, would you mute Mr. Brewster? Thank you. Ms. Brown, you had in 2020 a decal on your tag problem, and then you had failed allegedly to update a new address for your license. Do you still have that car, or was it your car?
Yes, it was my vehicle.
All right, you have that car still?
Yes.
Has a good tag on it now, I reckon.
Yeah, it had I had a tag, I just didn't have the decal.
Yeah, right. So the decal is properly updated and affixed to the vehicle now.
Yes.
Great. And do you have your current home address on your driver's license now?
No,
Okay. What's going on with that problem?
I actually forgot, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I really did.
Okay. So Mr. Johnston, you're willing to dismiss the tag or decal problem and asking for the court to impose a $50 fine and surcharges on the address problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Brown, do you want to enter a guilty or no contest plea to failing to update your address, and then you'd owe about $80 for that?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, he'll dismiss the other ticket. All right.
Okay.
So
How do I pay?
well, I'll just get ready to tell you. So if you will state, or you can type into the chat area your email address. Sorry. Then we can email you the payment instruction information with the exact amount due as well.
Okay.
Gosh. And you can pay it online or in person here at the courthouse on the second floor on or before March 4th.
Okay.
So did you type your I see you did, that you typed your email in there for us. And so you'll get an email from the clerk's office. It will be an address at claytoncountyga.gov that has that information on there.
Okay.
You still live at Misty Lake in Ellenwood?
That's not my current address. That's my parents' address.
Oh, what address? I don't think I'm going to have to mail you anything, but if we did need to mail you something, what is your current address? You want to put that in the chat too, or just tell me?
Whatever you want me to do, it doesn't matter.
Okay, you can do whichever one.
Okay, it's 6552 Hayes, Hayes Drive, and that's Riverdale, 30274.
Perfect. All right, you'll look for that email later on today. Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. I don't even ask you. Did you want to plead guilty or no?
Guilty.
Okay, it's not a reportable offense. I don't think anybody, so it doesn't show on your history. Get that address corrected quickly because you don't want to keep getting this ticket.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Jarquavius Brown. Quincy Brown. Gavin Brundage. Azune Buchanan, Ajane Buchanan. I don't know. Doing the best I can with that one. Nigel Burton. Christopher Butler.
Present, how you doing, ma'am?
Hello, Mr. Butler. You know how to turn on video?
Yes, I do.
Got it. Mr. Butler, you had in 2020 a tag violation. Has that problem been corrected on the vehicle?
It's on a Ford Fusion. That vehicle is currently totaled and does not have access to be driven at all.
Okay. Mr. Johnston on the tag ticket.
I'm willing to dismiss it, Judge.
All right. Now, Mr. Butler, you also in January, January 18th of this year, got ticketed for following too closely. Do you want
Yes.
to go ahead and try to resolve that today?
Would that be just a fine?
If you want to plead guilty or no contest might save you from points on your driving history since it's a moving offense, but that does depend on your driving record.
I honestly think it's pretty clean now, but with the paying process, I get paid literally later on today. So I
Oh,
can-
yeah, no, what we would do is give you time to pay that if you want to do that. So do you want to do a NOLO plea?
If you'll give me time to pay it,
Yeah.
that's fine. I can definitely take care of that.
All right. And Mr. Johnston, are you asking the court to impose a $50 fine for that plus surcharges?
That's correct, Judge.
So you're looking at, it's going to be somewhere near $80, Mr. Butler. The clerk is going to email you the information with the exact amount due. Would you please either type your email in the chat or you can tell me?
All right. It'll be Chris Butler 94@yahoo.com.
Okay. And so you'll get an email later on today that says from an address at claytoncountyga.gov that has the payment instruction information and the total amount due. You can pay online or in person here at the courthouse on the second floor by March. I said March 4th to the other person, but we've been giving people a month. I got stuck in time. So today is the 11th, so it'll be March 11th.
Okay.
Okay. And Mr. Butler, do you still live on Webb Road in apartment 1301?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
Yes. So the January 28th, that's the one that I'm paying for, but the tag has been dismissed.
Correct.
All right. That's my only question.
All right. And the one from January had a court date on the ticket of March 17th, but you do
Yes.
not need to come for that.
Okay. Sounds
All right.
good. Thank you so much.
Yep.
Bye.
Jasmine Bird. Anybody whose last name begins with A or B that I have not talked to. Ralph Caballero. Jermaine Callahan. Marcus Campbell. Dwayne Carter. Ian Chapin.
I'm here, Judge.
Are you Mr. Chapin?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Chapin, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has the issue with that tag been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston?
I want to dismiss that ticket, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss it. Dismiss it, Mr. Chapin. You are free to go.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Bye now. Shakina Clotter. Ebony Cole. Derek Coleman. Colony Collier. Tanya Combs. Or Tanja Combs, perhaps. Camellia Cox. Shane Kraft. Anybody whose last name began with A, B, or C that I have not talked to.
I'm present now, Your Honor.
What is your name?
Jonathan Harris.
Mr. Harris, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has that problem been resolved or straightened out by you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnston?
I want to dismiss that ticket, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss it, Mr. Harris. If you ever need a copy of that dismissal, you can get it from the clerk of the state court here at the Clayton County Courthouse. Any questions?
No, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, bye, Mr. Harris. Roderick Daniel. Christiana da Silva.
I'm here.
Oh, sorry, Mr. Daniel. You had 2 tickets in 2020. You had a tag violation. Has that issue been resolved?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you had a speeding ticket. So, Mr. Johnston, what are you asking if he wants to resolve both of these today? What would you be willing to recommend for Mr.
Your Honor,
Daniel?
I would recommend a $50 fine on the speeding ticket.
All right. So if you want to resolve that with a guilty or nolo plea today, Mr. Daniel, then you'd be, the court would accept that recommendation and you'd be looking at paying actually around $80 to the clerk for the speeding. And the other ticket would be dismissed. Do you want to resolve those today?
Yes, I won't be able to pay it today. Can you give me time?
Of course. Do you want to plead guilty or no contest? Nolo might save you points, depends on your driving record.
Okay, so I can plead NOLO.
Okay. What is your email, Mr. Daniel, so we can email you the payment instructions for that one?
Roderick Daniel 22 at iCloud.com.
All right. It's going to be around $80 and we give folks a month to do that. So the payment would be due on or before March the 11th.
Okay, that'd be fine.
And you can pay it online or in person here at the courthouse on the 2nd floor or online at the county website. We're going to email you the payment instruction information and the exact amount due later on this morning, probably, or this afternoon. Look for an email from from an email address at claytoncountyga.gov.
Okay.
And do you still live on Clearwater Trail?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Daniel. You can sign.
Okay, have a blessed evening.
Thanks.
Okay.
Christiana da Silva. Patrice Davis Schnell. Nico Denard. Corey Diamond. Sedavius Dixon. Michael Doyle.
Here, y'all.
Mr. Doyle, you just had tickets in 2020 as well for license not on person and a tag violation. Has the tag issue been corrected by you, sir?
Yeah, it wasn't my car though, but
Okay. But as far as you know, it has a valid tag and your cars have good tags on them.
absolutely.
And you have a license, but theoretically, I guess, or allegedly, you didn't have it with you that day.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, do you want to ask him anything further?
No, ma'am, that suffices for me. I'm willing to dismiss those tickets.
All right, Mr. Doyle, we'll go ahead and dismiss both of those. You take care and you can sign off.
You too. Take care, Yana.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Tierra Draper. Denisha Durham. Timothy, so anyone whose last name begins with A, B, C, or D that I haven't spoken to. All right, Mr. Ibom. You can unmute. Good morning. Sir, you had a ticket in 2021 for a tag violation.
Yes, ma'am.
Has that particular issue with the tag been corrected?
Yes, I just had to drive the vehicle a certain amount of miles to pass emissions.
Mhm.
So yeah, so it's good.
All right. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss that tag ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ibom, since you're here, I want to go ahead and try to get some other issues addressed. From July of 2020, there was a seatbelt ticket. And I guess we've never had you come in for that. It's tentatively scheduled for later this month, but for heaven's sake, since you're here, we should talk about that. So what do you want to do on that ticket, sir? It's a $15 fine and surcharges if you plead guilty or nolo.
I plead guilty.
Okay.
I mean, it was kind of hard. Well, I plead guilty. I ain't gonna try to fight that. 'Cause I was talking to the police officer in regards to it, but he said I didn't have my seatbelt on. I'm not gonna fight it. I
Right.
was just leaving the military drill. He said I didn't have my seatbelt on, which is.
I understand. All right. Well, we'll take that plea to close that one out. And I think it's about 18 with surcharges, but what's your email so we can email you the correct info?
Yeah, my last name, ebelhimen@yahoo.com.
Okay. And so you'll get an email with the exact amount for that plus some surcharges. As I said, it's 15 plus surcharges. And then you have another open case that's scheduled for March 28th before me that has really to do with some other kind of stuff that could result in a suspension of your license. But if you want to go ahead and talk about it, we can, or it's scheduled for March 28th. If you want to come back for those, that was from May 26th of 21, invalid tag, a tag light problem, and no insurance. Do you want to try to resolve those today, or do you want to come back on that?
That was the same situation with the same vehicle. I had to drive it a certain amount of miles, but I wasn't driving it on a daily basis because I couldn't get the tag. So every once in a while, I'll take it out, try to run some miles up on it. But yeah.
So now that's all been corrected as far as the tag and tag light, I guess.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Now, is the vehicle insured?
It is now.
Do you happen to have an insurance card on you?
That's good enough for me, Judge. The state's willing to dismiss that case.
Okay, great. Mr. Evo Emmons, since all that has been resolved, then we'll go ahead and dismiss that case also. So you do not need to appear on March 28th for that. What is your email? Oh, you told me your email, duh. So you'll get an email with the information about how to pay that $18 on the seatbelt. Everything else is dismissed. So that closes all of the open cases you have pending here in the State Court of Clayton County. Do you still live on Drawbridge Way in Riverdale?
Yes, ma'am.
You have any questions?
No, ma'am. No.
Okay, take care. Bye now.
Be blessed.
Thanks. Christopher Edwards. Dina Evans. John Evans. Kalina Fallu. Tiffany Favors. Ellis Ford. Excuse me, goodness. Sabrion Ford. Taryn Ford.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Ford, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Is that issue with your tag been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you had a, that was from, I think, November. I can't read my own handwriting, but then you had a ticket in July for a stop. Sorry, y'all. In July of 2020, that was a stop sign violation. Do you want to enter a guilty or nolo or not guilty plea to that one?
Is this for Sarion Ford?
Oh, no. I skipped down and I thought I was talking to Taryn. All right, so you, Miss Ford, just had a tag and a tail light thing. Have both of those been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss both of those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll dismiss those 2 tickets for you, Miss Ford. You can sign off.
Ma'am, I already had paid them online. So
You know, I'm not showing that. When do you believe you paid that?
paid them this morning. I got paid this morning. So yeah.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, since you already paid them, then that closed them. So I can't now go back and dismiss it retroactively.
Okay.
Sorry about that. But these are not reportable offenses to DDS. So at least they're now closed with your online payment, and that took care of everything.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right.
This is Tiffany
hang on.
in traffic.
Ms. Jones may be able to help us with that.
We've not yet done the internet payments, so we can reject those internet payments if you want to enter a plea, or enter a no pros for her tickets.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, then we'll go ahead and dismiss it.
All righty. Thank you so much.
Cool. Thanks, Ms. Jones.
You're welcome.
She saved you, Ms. Ford.
Thank you.
All right. Bye now. Taryn Ford. Excuse me. Holly Foster. Kimberlyn Franklin. Dedrick Frazier. Ryan Frank. Anybody whose last name begins with A through F that I have not talked to.
Yes.
What is your name,
Hello?
sir? Hello, what is
Ewell
your
Anderson.
name?
Oh, Ewell Anderson.
Mr. Anderson, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Has the issue
Yes.
with that tag been corrected?
Yes, it has.
Mr. Johnston?
Is willing to dismiss those tickets, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss the ticket, Mr. Anderson. You can sign off.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day.
I know. Kiana Gadsden.
Cool.
Taryn Galvin. Mr. Anderson, you need to mute or sign off because you're still unmuted and I can hear whatever you're doing. Shuffling papers or something. Arcasia Godfrey. Jimmy Grant. Kelvin Gresham. April Greer. Eddie Grissett. Stacy, oh, are you, who's talking to me? Nobody. there.
Sabrina Moorhead.
Well, I hadn't called your name yet, ma'am. Eddie Grissett. Stacy Goulet.
Here.
Ma'am, you had tag tickets from 2021. Have the issues with your tag been corrected by you?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to dismiss her 2 tickets, Mr. Johnston?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll dismiss them, ma'am. You can sign off.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anwar Hall.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, Mr. Hall, you had a tag ticket and a stop sign ticket in 2020. The tag problem been corrected?
I mean, I guess so. I don't have that card anymore, and
Oh.
I don't even remember like the ticket from 2020 or 2019 or 2020.
These were actually from 2020.
Right, like I don't even have that car anymore.
Okay.
So
You
that
have
car
a
is,
different car now with a valid tag on it, hopefully?
yes, ma'am.
Okay.
But
These
I don't
are from
remember the ticket.
These are
I don't
from
remember.
October 30th of 2020, Mr. Hall.
Yes, ma'am. And then on the ticket, I mean, on the ticket that was mailed to the house for today, it says junior. Like, I'm not a junior. So I don't know, like where the tickets came from,
I don't know either. Let me try to look then. Let me look at these tickets and make sure it's you. You don't have a son named
No,
same
ma'am.
as Junior, huh?
And that car was going in 2020.
I don't know why it says Junior either, because it doesn't say that on your ticket. So, but at any rate, we'll correct that if we need to. Mr. Hall, October 30th, 2020, Riverdale Road at East Fayetteville Road is where allegedly you failed to fully stop at a stop sign. Is that ringing a bell now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Somebody signed the ticket. This was at around 10:16 p.m., I guess. Still not
16
ringing a
PM.
bell?
Not at all, ma'am.
Well, I don't
I
know.
know the car is, though. I'm not gonna, the car, I do say it was mine, but I don't have that car anymore. Like I said, the car
I
was got
got
rid of.
that. Yeah, we got that. Well, what do you want to do on the stop sign? If you want to resolve it today, you can plead guilty or no contest. No, probably still going to result in some points because you had,
I would
maybe
say,
not. Maybe not.
I would say not guilty because, like I said, I don't remember
Oh, okay.
the stop sign. I remember the car.
Okay, that's no problem.
All right.
So these will go on a trial calendar before Judge Jones Parker. I can't dismiss one and have the other one on the calendar, but when you come in, when you do appear for the trial, then you can tell them again about the tag. And hopefully that one would still go away. And then you can contest the stop sign and we'll see what happens.
So there's no way we can get both dropped. Like I said, I don't remember anything.
I
If
don't
it's
think
up to,
Mr. Johnston's willing to dismiss it just because you say you don't remember it. Be
No,
my
ma'am.
guess. Okay.
No, ma'am.
He's not willing to.
I'm nice. I'm not that nice.
guess so, yeah.
Well, I mean, if the officer comes in and says it wasn't you, then you'll be in good shape, right?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
All right. So, Mr. Hall, do you still live on Regent Street in
Yes, ma'am.
Jonesboro? All right. If your address changes, make sure you update your address with the clerk of the state court because they're going to mail you the notice whenever this trial gets scheduled. This one will be in front of a different judge, but you'll get notice when to come back for those. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Bye, Mr. Hall now.
All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye.
Micah Hall. Hi, Mr.
Yeah.
Hall. Oh, Miss Hall, duh. Miss Hall, you had a tag violation in 2021. Have you straightened out your tag problem?
Yes, I don't have that car anymore.
Do you have a different car?
Yes.
Does it have a valid tag on it?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Mr. Johnston, are you willing to dismiss her 2 tag tickets?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Well, dismiss them, Miss Hall. Make sure you keep all that straight so you don't have to come see us anymore, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye now. Bridget Hannigan. Timothy Hargrove. Isaac Hasty. Alexis Heath. Elliot Hemphill. Alexia Hicks. Sean Hill. Shalima Hines. Lynn Holiday Barker. David Hood. Shaniqua Hughes.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Ms. Hughes, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has that tag issue been corrected by you?
Yes, ma'am. And I also did a trade-in, so I don't even have that vehicle anymore.
Okay, but your current vehicle has a good tag on it.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Johnston, will you dismiss her ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll dismiss it, Ms. Hughes. You can sign off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody here whose last name begins with A through H that I have not spoken to? Taylor Ingram, Africa Irvin, Darius Jackson, William Jackson, Muhammad Jagni, Irvin Jefferson, Conrado Jimenez, Brianna Johnson, Jessica Johnson, Jordan Johnson, Xavier Johnson, DeQuarius Jones, Eula Jones, Tamika Jordan, Jose, or, oh, it's either Jose King or King Jose.
King Jose.
Okay. Mr. Jose, you have issues relating to a tag and allegedly operating a dealer tag improperly. So was that vehicle something that you were, that you owned, or what was the situation with that?
No, I told the officer that it was a rental vehicle.
It was a rental?
Yes.
Who did you rent from?
It was from an app called Hire Car.
Okay.
And the owner I guess the owner is a dealer.
Oh, okay. Well, Mr. Johnston, since he wasn't responsible for keeping the tag valid, what do you want to do?
Your Honor, I'm willing to cut him a break and dismiss the ticket.
All right, Mr. Jose, we'll go ahead and dismiss them. I mean, it's awkward to find yourself in that position. So when you rent a car, make sure, see, us paranoid types who work in the courts, we do things like say, show us the paperwork for the tag and the insurance and stuff from people we rent cars from. Okay. But anyway, it's dismissed. Bye.
Thank you.
All right. Alan Carnes, Morgan Kennedy, Roderick Kennedy, Edward Kilgore, Lance King, Shanita King. I do see Miss Kit or Mr. Kit.
All right, here.
Mr. Kit, you have a tag violation in 2021. Has the issue with that tag been corrected?
The problem with that tag was I was riding my dad's company vehicle and we had been applied for the tag, but Corona slowed down the paperwork. But I don't drive that vehicle no more, and that vehicle is no longer in service.
All right, Mr. Johnston.
Your Honor, I'm willing to dismiss that ticket.
All right. He'll dismiss it. I'll sign off on that, Mr. Kit. You can go.
How do I get confirmation of a
If
dismissal?
you ever need a copy of that dismissal, you can get that from the clerk of the state court. You can come in and get that at the courthouse, or check the website later on today, and it may have that. I'm not sure these tickets show just online what happened to them, but if you can't see it online, then you can come get a copy.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
Brittianne Kyle. Anybody whose last name is A through K that I haven't talked to? Ryan Lancaster. Kyle Lee. Hannah Lemons. Ashley Lewis. Mickey Lewis. Walter Lewis.
Hello.
Hi, are you Walter Lewis?
No, ma'am. I'm Kai Lewis, M-I-K-I Lewis.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Mr. Lewis. So you had a headlight ticket and improper use of dealer tag. So tell me about the tag situation.
Okay, I work for the company.
Sorry, we couldn't hear you all of a sudden. Mr. Lewis, we can't hear you. Can you stop walking? Because it makes me dizzy. No, we don't see you at all, Mr. Lewis. Hi.
Excuse me, man, can you hear me now?
I do.
Okay, I apologize. I'm in Minnesota right now. My uncle has passed away, and I have to go to his
So
funeral.
sorry. Well, I'm glad we could do this by Zoom then. So tell me about the tag.
Okay, yes. I work for D&K Auto Sales of Atlanta, and the tag came with the car. It was a company car that I was driving, and it had a headlight fuse out. And they said that the decal was off, but we had the updated decal, the tag on the back.
Well, the ticket is for is improperly operating a vehicle with a dealer tag.
Yeah, our insurance covers, and it says that all the employees can use it, can use the company car.
Well, even though the insurance may say that, there's limitations for use of a car with a dealer tag under the statute, Mr. Lee. Do you still work for that company?
Yes, ma'am. My mother owns it.
Oh. All right, let me see let me read the statute to you if that would be helpful. Would you like for me to do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Hang on, pulled up the wrong ticket, Mr. Lee's ticket. So let me get to yours.
Lewis, Lewis, man.
Lewis, see, I even made up a whole new last name. All right. Here we are. All right. For you, I'll read it to you. So you and your family, since y'all are in that business, are aware. Well, actually, are you looking at it too, Mr. Johnston?
Your Honor, I'm pulling it up right now.
So I think they may be correct. And look at subsection 2.
I certainly can't give legal advice to him, and I certainly don't want to speak for the state of Georgia, but my interpretation is that this would not be a good ticket, and I'm willing to dismiss both.
Right. I appreciate your caution. I just wanted you to look and see if you wanted to prosecute it. Mr. Lewis, I can't give you advice either, but obviously when we look at the statute more closely, it appears that you may have had a defense, and so he's willing to dismiss it. And since he corrected the headlight issue, I suppose you're willing to dismiss that one too, Mr. Johnston.
That is correct, Judge.
Okay, both of them are gone, Mr. Lewis.
Thank you.
Take care. Blessings to you and your family on the loss of your family member. Don't freeze to death in Minnesota or wherever you said you were, somewhere cold.
See the snow.
Yeah, my grandpa sent me a photo from his front porch this morning.
Yeah.
Be careful. Bye now.
All right, thank you.
All right. That was Makai Lewis, Walter Lewis, Joshua Logan, DeAndre Love, Kevin Love. Anybody whose last name began with A through L that I have not talked to? Kenneth Mayer, Jasmine Mann.
I'm here. I'm here.
Hi. Ms. Mann, you had a tag violation in 2020. Has that issue with the tag been corrected?
Ma'am, I did register my truck, but it's actually totaled out right now.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, what would you like to do on that ticket?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
All right, I'll dismiss it, Ms. Mann. Take care.
Okay, thank you so much.
Bye now.
Bye.
Kiera Manson. Yasmin Martin. Marcus Masliano. Norris McAdoo. Nadisha McAdory.
Yes, I'm here.
Ma'am, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has that issue with your tag been corrected?
Yes, I sold that vehicle.
Do you have a different car now?
Yes.
And it has a good tag on it, we hope?
Yes, both vehicles do.
All right. Ms. Hernandez?
The state would move to dismiss the citation.
I'll
Okay, thank
dismiss
you.
it. Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Dejanelle McAlpin. Jimmy McCrary. Kelly McKinney. Richard Menifee. Tommy Milanez or Milanez. Leslie Mitchell. Joe Mon. Alfie Moore. Alfonso Moore. Devin Moore. Chardonnay Moore. Sabrina Moorhead. We finally got to you, Miss Moorhead. Miss Moorhead, unmute. Miss Moorhead. She's got someone trying to help her. Bianca Moreland. Keisha Morgan. Emmanuel Morrell. Shantisha Morrison. Sylvia Myers.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Ms. Myers, you had a tag violation in 2021. Has the issue with that tag been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss her ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, ma'am. You can sign off.
Okay, thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a blessed day.
Thank you. Anybody else here whose last name began with A through M? Mr. Kilgore signed on late, if that's you.
Kilgore's here.
Yes, sir. Kilgore, you had tag violation in 2020. Is the issue with the tag been corrected?
Yes,
Oh, wait.
ma'am.
I don't find you. I have, oh yeah, that's you. Okay, and then you had an improper lane change. If you want to
Correct.
solve that today with a guilty or no contest, no low plea, state usually asks for a $50 fine. Is that what, did we lose Mr. Johnston?
It's,
Or do you want to
I can
do it?
handle it, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yeah, the state would recommend a $50 fine.
Okay, So it's around 80 with surcharges if you want to resolve that one today, Mr. Kilgore, with a guilty or no-low plea. Would you like to do that, or do you want to plead not guilty?
We can do no low.
All right. And is the state willing to dismiss the tag ticket since he corrected that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Kilgore, then I'm going to accept your no-low on the improper lane change, pose a $50 fine, but it's around 80 with surcharges. May we
Okay.
have your email address so the clerk can email you the payment instruction information, please?
Sure. You ready?
Ready.
ATL GRIZZLY at AOL.com.
Okay. Do you still live on Cone Road in Forest Park?
Correct. Uh-huh.
All right. We're not going to mail you anything. You're going to get an email unless you fail to pay. So, but you'll have until March 11th to pay the amount due. The exact amount will be on the information that's going to be emailed to you, along with instructions on how to pay that either online or in person by March 11th.
Okay.
The tag ticket,
No problem.
we're dismissing. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Take care, Mr. Kilgore. You can watch out for that
You
email.
too.
From
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Keisha, did Miss Moorhead sign back on? She was trying to turn on her audio and video. Here we are. Miss Cox is signed on for Miss Moorhead. She needs to unmute. Oh, you did, and you're hitting it too many times. It unmutes and then mutes back. There you go. There you go. Miss Moorhead.
Yes, ma'am.
You had a tag ticket last year. Has the issue with that tag been corrected now?
Yes, ma'am. I don't want to have that truck no more.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss her tag ticket then?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Moorhead, we're going to dismiss that ticket. If you ever need a copy,
Thank you.
get it from our clerk, but you can sign off now.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Y'all have a blessed one.
Thank you so much. Anybody
Yes,
else
ma'am.
whose last name is A through M? Keisha and Dai. Frederick Norman. I don't have very many people here at this point, so let me just try to pick people up here. I see Mr. Waters.
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Mr. Waters, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Has the issue with that tag been corrected?
Yes, it have, Your Honor.
Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss Mr. Waters' ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
We'll dismiss it, Mr. Waters.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, bye now.
Thank you, Ms. Hernandez. Bye-bye.
Marco Vinson.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Vinson, you had tag ticket in November, and then you had defective equipment and failing to have the decal properly fixed in December, and then twice and later in December.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
that on the same car?
Yes, ma'am.
Has it all been corrected now?
No, ma'am. I let that car go.
Do you have a
Couldn't come
different
past
car
the
now?
mission. No, ma'am. I'm in the process of getting a new vehicle.
Okay. All right. So he was having emission issues. He's just finally given up on the car. What do you want to do, Ms. Hernandez, with those 3 tickets?
Given that information, Your Honor, the state would move to dismiss all of the citations.
Okay. We'll go ahead and dismiss them, Mr. Benson.
Thank y'all so much. Y'all have a blessed day.
Okay. Bye now. Someone has signed on as Chloe's iPhone. Will you unmute and tell me who you are?
Good morning, Chloe Perry.
Okay. Ms. Perry, I don't have you on here. Perry?
Yes,
Or
ma'am.
T?
P is in Peter, ERRY.
Oh, yes, you are on here. I just didn't, brain wasn't working, I guess. All right, 2020 tag violation. Has the issue with that tag been corrected?
Yes, ma'am. It was rectified on the same day as the citation.
Perfect. Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss her citation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Great. We'll dismiss it, Ms. Perry.
Perfect. You all have a great weekend.
Thank you. Someone has just signed on with their phone. It just says LG Stylo 6. What is your name?
Yeah, it's my Kia Ola Bryce. I'm sorry. I've been
Okay.
on.
You're used to that. Ms. Ola Bryce, you had a tag ticket in 2020. Has that issue been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss her ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss it, ma'am. You can sign off.
Thank you.
All right, I see Mr. Pruitt is on. You want to turn on your audio and talk with us, Mr. Pruitt?
Yes, ma'am. How you doing this morning?
I'm all right. So you had a tag violation and a tent violation in November of 2020. Have you fixed the problems with the tag and had the tent stripped or reduced?
I don't no longer have that vehicle. I no longer have that vehicle.
Okay. Do you have a different car?
No, I do not have a different car.
Don't even have a car right now. All
No,
right.
ma'am.
Okay. So Ms. Hernandez, are you going to dismiss those two?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, Mr. Pruitt, you also had tickets in December of 2020. Again, with the tag, I guess that was the same car, right?
Yeah, right after I got the ticket for the first one, I had got a temporary tag. Then on the temporary tag, it expired. I was on my way to Griffin to go down to Spalding County because they don't do emission checks there. Your tag.
All right, but that's the car you don't have now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your audio just went weak on us, but let's hang in here. All right, then you that same day had a failure to yield the right-of-way tag ticket. Ms. Hernandez, are you asking if he wants to resolve that today for the court to impose a $50 fine and surcharges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to plead guilty or no-load to that? Pay around $80, Mr. Pruitt? Or you can plead not guilty to the December stuff and I'll put it on the trial calendar.
No low, and can you give me time to pay it?
Absolutely. So I'll give you a month. March 11th will be the due date. What is your email?
My
So we can
last
email
name.
you the info to pay.
My last name, my first name, 480@yahoo.com.
Okay. So your last name and first name and then 480, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, at Yahoo. So you'll get an email from an address at claytoncountyga.gov with the information on how to pay it and the exact amount due. You can pay online or in person to the clerk of the state court at the Clayton County Courthouse on or before March the 11th. Any questions? And the other tickets are all going to be dismissed. Do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right. Do you still live on Jonesboro Road in apartment V3?
Yes.
All right. We're not going to mail you something unless you fail to pay, but I don't anticipate mailing you stuff, but look for that email later on today. Okay.
All right. All right. You have a blessing.
All right. Bye, Mr. Pruitt. Someone has signed on as Samantha's iPhone. Do you want to unmute and tell me who you are, please?
Hi, I'm trying to figure out how to put on the video.
Are you on a phone, Ms. Suter? Just tap your phone and a little thing will show that says, looks kind of like a video camera, and you can touch that to turn on your.
Hi.
Hi. I assumed you were Ms. Suter. That's the only Samantha I see. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, so you have 4 tickets. Excuse me. Let me pull those up. Okay, so these are from November 9th of 2020. You had a tag issue. Has that been corrected?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then you had failure to update your address on your license.
I've updated that as well.
And you obviously have a license, even though apparently you might not have had it with you that day.
Yes.
All right. And then you had a speeding. Ms. Hernandez, if she wants to resolve the speeding, are you going to dismiss the other three?
Yes, Your Honor, and the state would recommend a $50 fine for the speeding ticket.
Okay. Do you want to do guilty or nolo on the speeding? Then you're looking at about $80 actually, Ms. Suter.
I'll plead nolo.
Okay. May we have your email address, please, ma'am?
Yes, it's Samantha. And then F as in Frank. And Demers, DEMERS @outlook.com.
All right. So you're going to get an email later on today from an address at claytoncountyga.gov that will have the payment instructions about how to pay that online or in person by March 11th with the exact amount due, but it's somewhere near $80. The other three tickets will be dismissed. Do you still live on Brookstone Drive in McDonough?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions?
I do not.
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Patrick's iPhone, who are you, please?
I am Patrick Ortega.
All right. Mr. Ortega, you had tickets for invalid tag and transferring a tag to another vehicle. Have you corrected those issues with that tag?
Yes, ma'am.
So whatever tags you have are on the vehicles they were issued to?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Hernandez, are you content with that to dismiss those?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss them, Mr. Ortega. Let me give you a heads up, though. The officer could have charged you with another offense for having the tag transferred that could have resulted in a driver's license suspension issue. So don't transfer your tags around, okay?
No problem.
All right, bye now. Taylin's mommy, who are you, please? Alana W. You Ms. Walcott?
Yes, yes.
Ms. Walcott, you had a tag violation in 2021. Have you corrected the problem with that tag?
Yes, the car was totaled.
All right, do you have a different car now?
No, ma'am, I do not have my own personal vehicle.
Okay. Ms. Hernandez, are you willing to dismiss this ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, I'll dismiss it, ma'am. You can sign off.
All right, thank you.
Someone has signed on just as an iPhone. Do you want to unmute and turn on your video and tell me who you are? They're gone. Someone has signed on as Taylin's mommy. Who are you, please? Fell asleep. Hello, Taylin's mommy. Oh, well, if they call you, Miss Jones, we can just reset her. I'm not gonna sit here and wait for her to wake up. Y'all have a great weekend. Mr. Johnston, we'll see you around. Take care of yourself.
Your Honor, if I may, Assistant Solicitor Tipton is on. I don't know if you can hear me. There we go. Okay. Mr. Tipton has been assigned to our courtroom.
Well, welcome.
So he'll be with us on Monday.
All right. Well, we work hard in this courtroom, so get ready.
I'm
excited, Your Honor.
It appears whoever signed in as Taylor Mommy is now re-signed in.
I
I'm
see.
sorry, my microphone thing wasn't working. I'm Jasmine Parks.
Okay. Ms. Parks, let me find your case. All right, so Ms. Parks, you had a tag ticket in 2021. Has you corrected the issue with your tag?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Ms. Hernandez, will you dismiss her ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we'll dismiss it, Ms. Parks. You can sign off. I'm glad you
All right,
figured
thank
out how to
you.
get back to us.
Me too.
All right, bye now.
Bye.
All right, well, Ms. Hernandez has been here for a while, so she can guide you on my preferences about how things flow, Mr. Tipton. I don't think I do anything weirdly. I just require thoroughness. Look at Sean. Sean's like, well, she might be a little weird.
Caught me, Judge.
He feels free. He feels free to say that now that he's leaving, right? All
Every
right.
judge has their own idiosyncrasies. You know that, Judge.
I know. I get it. Everybody, we all do things just a little bit differently, just enough to keep everybody confused if you move from courtroom to courtroom. But hopefully we're heading towards some stability down there. I hear things are changing, maybe for the better with regard to that problem. So at any rate, welcome. See you Monday. Y'all have
See
a
you
good
Monday,
one.
Your Honor. Thank you.
Have a
We'll
good
see you
weekend.
on Facebook, Mr. Johnston.
Yeah, on Facebook, Judge.